Kailangan matatot!
Normally.
Some really sick Leech Commander plays in the past. Okay, it's a Mars, fair enough. That is gonna make it a lot harder to win the duels, and now it's all gonna depend on the first, let's say, 100 duel damage. By the XY could still be in an awkward position. Has to run a ways back, gets avalanched on. So much damage flying out, and Legion Commander is gonna finish the job with an overwhelming odds. That's Fonte getting himself the first blood. Legion Commander is one of those carries that you have to be on top of the network with, or you're just not gonna be able to carry the game, and they will get another kill, making that look very possible. Judy, are you sure about that? Oh god. This is just gonna be a 4 for nothing. Yeah, Legion Commander, it has actually been banned. Dolphin getting super low, and so is TZY. TZY actually got caught out of position with this double stun Leshrac plus Sven combo. It's gonna be a dead Beastmaster, and yeah, the safe lane from Overlord is just looking incredibly strong. Even with a beast safe lane, having just a good old time. Tiny may actually be caught out again. YP, yeah, he's not gonna live as Leshrac had just enough mana to go for the kill. And this Lash is starting to get just as fat as the LC, with a lot of experience and quite a bit of farm in his pocket. He's gonna be just fine. The axes start to hurt, and nope, a little bit too much damage. Django goes on down again. Yeah, you do not underestimate the wild axes. They just became level 2. And until the Leshrac is 6 slotted is almost unkillable. And then he's gonna start fighting into you. Then he doesn't mind getting dueled up anymore. However, Leshrac could be going down here, being slowed up under the tower for this long. And yeah, with the tower hits coming in, it is gonna be an easy kill on the Lash, making sure that big carry stays shut down. Over on top lane, Legion Commander would like to run down the Mars. Mars, however, a big anti-melee beefcake. Nyx Assassin. Now that's a target you can actually go for. With the Frost Shield slowing him up, Judy. Not really the tankiest of the bunch, and yeah, overwhelming odds is gonna finish the job. Now Mars may want to fight into the Lich, but Legion Commander quickly changes his mind, and while Fonte is missing a few lasts for this, looking at the net worth, you can see he is ahead, and by a margin. 1k gold lead already, and as usual, it's finished off Dolphin on the Sven who was away. Now the Mars goes on. Legion Commander just wants to snowball, just wants to get that damage online. Fonte, not like he isn't fine with farm, but he is getting surrounded, and they are gonna stun him up once, stun him up twice, Arena comes in, third stun, and Leshrac for good measure. So that's 4 heroes committed onto the top lane. Zeus, now he's actually at risk of being run down as well, since Broodmother has way too many spiders. Lich came on in at the top lane, dropped an ultimate, and it's just gonna be Lich traded for the Leshrac as now Tiny comes on in. Zeus is gonna die to the Brood, and Tiny tries to man fight up. He tries to get at least one more kill out of it, but does not have mana to work with now the stick, and beautiful kill there. Tossed back onto the Mars. Tiny trying to create space. Legion Commander comes in with the heal, with the overwhelming odds, and the duel. Tiny right-clicking away, making sure that duel is won. Legion Commander 30 duel damage and an armlet. Fonte having the game of his life. You did lose your 3, 2, 1. Duel is now ready again. They can go for more perhaps. Tiny, avalanche, toss back, not needed as duel comes out, and with the Beastmaster it's gonna be a bit of an overkill. Making sure XY stays dead, and him dying twice in a row is just huge though, because this is gonna delay his crucial Rave Pack timing, even the Vlad's timing, by so much. Keeping the spiders weak, keeping the teamfight potential of Overlord pretty much completely shut down. Sven comes on in to defend, but that is a mistake you cannot make, as Lich is still sitting around there as his Legion Commander. Because LC is hunting for duels, so this type of camping playstyle, which usually results in very little gold swinging around, is actually paying off for the side of Gorilla. Their Lich dying, their Zeus dying, I mean, as Lich teleports in, isn't quite optimal, and Lich, he goes looking for Judy, but he blocks in the Nyx Assassin. And Lich is quite a strong hero in a man fight, so he's just gonna take the Nyx for right with his 80 attack damage, and really, as used with the Bloodstone, just having too good of a time, and Mars gets tossed back. Takes a ton of damage from this use, gets nuked down, and easy game. Yeah, Mars is a huge kill, because that, even without the ultimate, takes away a huge deal of team fight, because the Bulwark blocking those ranged attacks and kind of zoning both this use and the Lich back is still really important, because huge Lich ultimate, it can lose your team fight, it can even lead to a team wipe out of nowhere. If 3 people are grouped up and you do that rapid bouncing thing, it is scary as hell. Legion Commander dueling you is also scary as hell, and that's why he's not even gonna see what happened to him as he gets tossed off the screen and dies before he's back on it again. Lich is gonna get himself another kill onto Django, and with that it looks like Gorilla, they will remain firmly in the driver's seat. Legion Commander taking a ton of damage off of the Lash Rack, and with the Next Assassin, can they go for a kill? Nope, as Legion Commander sidesteps the stun and the Frost Shield saving her. Yeah, Fonte, he's just gonna keep doing this. There is no shutting this man down this game. It's only gonna go in one direction from here out, unless Overlord find like a 3-man stun into Arena or something ridiculous like that. Which is always possible, that's why we all love Dota, right? A good team fight can turn a game around from 20k gold lead. Well, at this early, maybe 15k gold lead, but you're still not completely in the safe zone as a Gorilla fan. Legion Commander will get herself another duel, making it look better though. And I talked about the first 100 duel damage. Well, you want them before minute 20. Like minute 25, 200 duel damage is optimal. Then you're just having a perfect Legion Commander in the game. At this rate, Fonte, he is gonna have minute 25, a lot more than that duel damage. Because he took the damage challenge too, and lane XY died after the laning stage twice in a row. He died twice in the laning stage as well, but that's entirely fine, a Brood Mother can do that. That's why Brood is also being played as an offlaner nowadays. I love the Brood mid, however, yeah, Legion is too strong, both against the Brood Mother and as a carry in general. And that combination was kind of screwing them over. And I know Chad hates on the Legion Commander because it's a hero that can only play if you get an early game lead. But if you do, and it doesn't fail, then you get to see this happen. LC did die for that Lash, so for the first time a trade instead of an ownage in a while. XY will go down as well though, and Beastmaster with the Dragon deals so much damage to the Next Assassin. Next is just gonna be the follow-up kill. Mars gets his 3-man arena. However, now you're kind of low on follow-up. Well, Sven got some, but Mars is gonna die for that. Double kill for the Beastmaster, and the bottom tier 3 is being pushed in as the tossback comes out on the Sven, and Sven is gonna get killed. Full-blown team. The Shrek trying to defend. However, that Lash is just gonna die for that. Probably, maybe not. Yeah, Zeus, he should have enough nuke damage, right? Ooh, the toss was just a little bit late, but in comes the Legion, and will get killed on the Brood Mother. So as long as you have that one-shot potential of a Fonte, it's still entirely fine. Because even with the way that Overlord's draft is built up, there's always only one hero that kind of carries the game for them at any stage. And sure, Sven could later transition into a carry, then you have 2 at any given stage, because by the time he does, it's such a late game, you're gonna be fine. However, here, LC can kill any given one hero whenever she wants. GG gets called, and yeah, Overlord, they realized they made the mistake of giving Fonte a free game despite killing him a few times. Primal Beast 2 visits a pretty predictable laning stage, and it looks like Gorilla. Wait a second, so how are you gonna lane this? TZY Beastmaster, 2 for 2. Alright, it's just gonna be 2 runes for 2 runes, but now Nature's Prophet may actually be going down as the first blood, and he will with another dual breath coming out from YP, and it's scary. Mirana leaping on out of there. Django is gonna be right click down, and he is gonna go down with a little bit of help of YP. Nature's Prophet gets lit on fire. You shouldn't really try to harass into this Nature's Prophet whenever there's support behind him. To be fair, there wasn't support behind him just yet. But whenever there is, you can see just how much kill potential there is. Speaking of kill potential, Fizz got quite a bunch of that too. And Gorilla not looking to be in as good a spot as they were last game. This Mirana, it is still a very high risk pick that needs so many items to really be a carry. Falcon Blade is a good start, and Well, power trends, I mean, any bit of stats is good. The question is, what's gonna be the core item build? It's gonna be a Maelstrom game where you're just gonna flash farm that way, run away from the Beastmaster. And Beastmaster resting so hard, but Django has the one and is gonna live. Shadow Fiend meanwhile died on the middle lane to the Primal Beast, just closing the distance onto him. Nature's Prophet wants to die. Yeah, there we go. TZY is gonna go down. Because this Beastmaster, he has done so much work, and I did want to talk about him trying to secure another kill on the Nature's Prophet that was just surviving with like 50 HP or something. But then another engagement hit and I didn't get to it. Because Nature's Prophet is caught. And he does it again. Yeah, now with the Pulverize, as F is the dead man, it is impossible to sustain the same solo. And Jakiro, he goes hunting for more, knowing full well, hey, this Nature's Prophet, it's pretty much their most valuable hero still. So he's gonna be killed off. And while that happened, oh, I wish we could have seen that double kill on Fonte instead. Whenever we're caught up watching one kill or perhaps a kill happen, the more exciting stuff happens where we're not watching, which really sucks. Because Team Mirana is exactly where you want to be, as F is exactly where you don't want to be, and especially this is F is gonna need a lot of farm. It's gonna need a couple of good Requiems. Visage gets caught. That would be a great start for that SF farm we just mentioned. Dolphin gets locked in with Judy, tries to get the Requiem out. Is that just gonna die? He can't even raise Judy. He hit so hard. Mirana gets pulverized there. It's gonna be fine. Can't arrow down the clockwork. Fonte can trade against the Primal Beast quite efficiently, all things considered though. And yeah. XY getting chased after. Instead, TZ is just a beast free farming while riding on a giant beast, you know. Gotta fully commit to it.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Now Jakiro, he gets revealed in the mid lane, and he sat behind the tier 1 thinking he was safe. However, nope. Instead, a scatter blast says you're gonna die, and a Lich ultimate will slow down the Snapfire a little, but there is that huge synergy coming out from the Primal Beast and Snapfire with the Mortimer's Kisses. It's gonna be a triple kill for Django, who can now, if he feels so inclined, transition into a core. Heroes left and right, and then every time they do, they take out the tower. Now, the bottom tier 2 has almost gone down, actually.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Ice Path a miss. And that means hookshot instead onto Dolphin. What could have been such a good team fight turns into a 1-for-1 start. Very much in favor of Team Overlord once again. Fonte just split pushing, just chopping out side lanes though. He wants to get himself chunks of money and preferably some of those towers to fall soon. Beastmaster is gonna go down, ultimate or not. Primal Beast with double damage, but it's too scary for you. In comes a huge Lich ultimate, and that is gonna bounce and bounce. XY now low health. Guo has run out of there, but he did get a return kill onto the Nature's Prophet. All of this is space directly being created for Fonte, and while I think this is a very risky style of 4 Protect 1, it is a style that apparently Gorillas don't. This time around the Ice Path is gonna connect onto a Snapfire. Not dying though, as instead Lich goes on down as a follow-up kill as well. And Nature's Prophet just saving the life by right-clicking down the Jakiro.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Overlord, they've systematically taken back this game through 1 or 2, depending on how you take it, really big fights. And Primal Beast onslaughting in, Nature's Prophet immediately there too, making the best use of that global range. Mirana is gonna be caught with the Gleipnir. No more leap charges available. However, Fonte is running for his life. In comes some Snapfire. Globs just to try and catch the Mirana. However, now the Pulverize will connect. And look at that damage. Fonte almost dead. One more hit's gonna do it. Down he goes. That's a huge kill. And it looks like Overlord indeed do have this game under control. Are just gonna look for more objectives. Primal Beast trying to run down the Jakiro. Jakiro taking chunk after chunk of damage from that battery assault. The dives may have been a little greedy from the side of Overlord, as now they will get one of their heroes punished. Primal Beast able to rush on out of there. Beastmaster would really like that kill, but isn't gonna get it. And is instead gonna be killed up by the Snapfire, or is he? Shadow Fiend comes on in, and a 1 was available. Instead, it's gonna be the Snapfire dying. Okay, played well enough. Definitely a well-deserved return kill here. And yeah, that's kind of what the game boils down to. As long as Primal Beast is able to fight a good initiation, then Overlord are gonna get the team fight and by extension the gold lead every damn time. Fonte died again to Judy on the clockwork. He probably got hookshotted, and there we go, another kill for this Primal Beast, who's just near unstoppable really. Goes up the high ground and gets himself a double.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Okay, SF. Man fighting up, but so far not really caught, not really a lot of stuff being committed on him, nor kill potential. Now Judy dropping low, and in comes the charge the second is BKB and Rip Dolphin. Yeah, I think you ought to call this one, and it's gonna be another fast game at this rate, because there's already 50k gold lead going on. So the Beastmaster wants to come in for a cleanup. Can he at least get one kill? Does not look like it, and TZY is just chain feeding. He wanted nothing more than a Primal Beast kill. The Primal Beast, with his incredibly high health tool, is up for that Daedalus. He wants to become a huge right clicker. And it's not like there's a lot you need to break with Silver Edge, right? Like, what are you gonna break? Presence of the Dark Lord? Puh. Nate's Prophet gonna come on in, gonna enable a kill on the Beastmaster, and they want more. They get the lit before I can even say how they get the lit, because they just get the kill so freaking fast at this stage of the game. 22 minutes, but a 21k gold lead. That's almost 1,000 gold per minute. Once you... The final base push.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Top Rex being hit. Nate's Prophet also hitting hard. Hitting like a truck actually. Everybody does manage to back themselves off though. And a Mirana ultimate plus the Lich ultimate. It's the last choice that really is. In comes Primal Beast trying to pull right, but there's too much lockdown. And bam.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
Takes ages to kill though. Clockwork doesn't quite, especially not with the magical damage from the Mirana. However, there is a lot of nuke damage coming out in the face of Gorilla, so even if they do try for the right kills, getting them is a whole different thing.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen. Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
Nate's Prophet got himself a double kill. Is gonna sacrifice his first life because only one rack is still standing and the engine already is finished. GG gets called. Ash and IO Troll. Those are the two big combos.
Choose your hero.
And it looks like Overlord, they are gonna last pick a Bat Ride instead. Okay, that's another huge combo with the IO, but now your entire draft is good.
Begins.
Undying and Deathfrost, they're specifically roaming together to be ready to fight. So with the Ice Shard, it could be a hard one to brawl into. Deathfrost just takes so much damage and is stun locked up in place. Quite off cooldown and gets tossed at Django instead. Now Enchant is also being poked super low, but everybody got their regen. Still, you do need to watch out in a double stun lane like the one Overlord have on the top lane. Overlord, they have more kill potential. They always have the option of taking a fight to their enemy, but they do need to stay together. Yeah, so much for that. Neeks the Assassin, he sets foot. So much freaking work for them. Allowing for that kill to happen, allowing for the side lane to just be off limits for Django. And well, realizing, hey, this off lane is off limits for me, Django is just gonna go run at the kill instead. Gorilla not doing too shabbily, however, they still have such a hard game on their hands. Flash rack. Gets caught and gets killed off. That is the position one of the enemy dying while your draw is free farming. So looking at the last hits, that's when I really think this is just gonna be an easy stomp for Gorilla if they already couldn't get the first blood. However, then, when I think of what a bad... Lishrak, can he land the follow-up stun? Yes, he can. Judy died on the bottom lane already, and YP with the heal, he may actually be fine. Procs the Fairy Fires, they will go for a kill on Django instead, and Django goes on down. So that's 2 more kills for Gorilla. And Leshrac, he's doing his best with the stuns all connecting. Excellent skills connecting your abilities onto the enemy like you should. However, that's not farm, that's not gonna print you any money unless you go for the kill. Lesh is now starting to fall more and more behind, switching over to the gold network. But you do need to pair them with a Gyrocopter or some kind of an early aggression hero to benefit off of them. And IO Gyro I think is still really, really huge. Because relocate into Rocket Rush is just great. Drow Ranger getting that big of a gust is also just amazing. Undying goes down, as does the Tombstone, but you got what you came for. A 2-man Spirit Siphon and 2-man Ravage are gonna follow up the job. And oh my goodness, that's 2 for just an Undying. With Drow Ranger living, getting one of those kills. Fonte now level 7, hitting like an absolute truck. Death Prophet with the Enchantress finishing up the tower, and they paid absolutely nothing for this. Instead, they'll even get a free kill, and it's ownish territory for Gorilla once again. XY kills up Guru on the Undying, and on the mid lane, that brawl is gonna finish up as well. On top, Fonte being ran down by the Lishrak is a bit problematic, though now Drow Ranger can start doing this. Fonte, he needs more distance. Oh, he could have been out of the range and just walking. Like, one time he should have... And stun locked up, got the heal off. Nate's attendant's not quite gonna do enough. Undying, doing his best to tank up, but he is not quite that beefy. This is 4 people just hitting away at whoever dares frontline. Tidehunter does, because he has the Kraken Shell, but nobody really wants to hit the Tidehunter anymore. You're not who we came here for. And one more hit on Django. That's gonna be it. Dolphin gonna go dominating. Drow Ranger, meanwhile. What item is coming in on the courier? Yasha? Initiation from Overlord, who want a bonus kill on Dolphin. Dolphin running for his life. Does have the Yules ready to save himself. And with the Spirit Siphon, look at how much he's actually doing to turn the fight around. Lishrak with the ultimate comes on out. But a nice Tombstone means there is still gonna be casualties to this fight. Tusk snowballing away. However, you got the Tombstone slow, you got constant vision onto XY, and that's gonna be Fonte securing himself a highly valuable kill. Overlord, they came close to a comeback there. That reinitiation with the IO looked really good, but you shouldn't chase across the river. And little mistakes like that, they end up costing them hugely. Lasso onto Fonte, dragging him out of position. Fonte chain stand up and Force Staff, not enough to save him there. TZY is gonna kill off Judy on the IO, and it looks like Gorilla. In theory, they should still be able to fight this, right? Undying just too tanky to ever be gone on, and Bad Rider will die for this. Now, Neek's Assassin sets up for the kill on Undying. Undying is gonna go down. My here's support Undying, not a core Undying. So, it's not like this kill is actually worth as much as you would think. Ensha will die as well, but Ensha the Tidehunter, they're actually worth something. Now is the time where your wards, they follow their farming carry instead of going for the fight. Place a trail of wards where the carry has been farming. Fonte, he is being chased wherever he wants to farm, just not allowed to, and Drow Ranger sitting on top of that wharf with a huge advantage. However, you're still an easy kill if gone on without frontliner, and yeah, that's what's happening to the Drow over and over again. Now it looks like on the mid lane, XY is scouted out by a few too many heroes. He is gonna be Yule Scepted up, silenced, trying to teleport out of there, but they are just gonna ravage for XY. Since, wait, do they? Yeah, Gorilla, they do want the road. So then Entirety of Gorilla to the Drow Ranger with the Bloodstone now. He has a way better time doing that, but he does need to get close first. And instead Django gets caught trying to initiate something. Death Prophet will be deleted once. Undying goes down. Dolphin getting deleted twice. Now that is an issue And with the Yule, it's gonna be perfect snowball follow-up. Drow Ranger not there to fight, and that means YP has to get out of there on the edge. So YP is
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
late game momentum when it comes to actually taking fights against the enemy hard carry.
Tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And it looks like bottom tier 3 tower. Half health, under half health. Leshrac walks forward with the Bloodstone and hitting 3 people with his ultimate. He's still taking tons of damage, and there is the Titan to ultimate, killing off the Leshrac. Now setting up more heroes for the Drow Ranger. That's one on the task. And Neek's Assassin able to walk away, but with the Deathcraft ultimate, what is he able to walk away to a fountain standing amidst Drow Ranger. She's not even
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
ready to really go ham yet. Leshrac trying to do anything really because he just dies too quickly. Yeah, the healing reduction from Drow Ranger now makes it impossible to frontline with the Leshrac. This was a very real timing. I didn't think it would be the case so early, but apparently the games have just become incredibly fast. The draft as well. The green.